show no so no nti edamase monko so ani entina abra ye de amanyosem so eba because Ghana ne chichiri mu ana eja yegusu a ye bo ho bra nti no menim penifo esinkunwa eye Mr. Rexford AJ Frimpong a former constituency chairman Okankwi South, former Greater Accra Research and Electoral Officer, and now science so a member of the communication team of the New Patriotic Party. Sansuna Malik Adama, or a national and regional communication team member, as also a former parliamentary aspirant at the Okankwi North constituency. Penifo Mama Kwaba. All right, yeah, you best start in common is Siana, Yashedia, Ebitimi, aye, but I mean, Koso and Shemun Cry say, Mumba 9, while ya dear problems be health related issues piano, ko Blue Medical Center, now no Munkudins our so, said the Beya Binya Pomodin, now so with me Jina Brani, Abo, Obrana, dear Umi Biano, so with me, aye, Ediama Hunti. Blue Medical Center, Ewo is Legon, 21 Lagos Avenue, Quantum Ponso. Ba9 na koho and after womu it was 0202 020 515 0202 020 515 na omu enko mbwa na Mr. Adama bibia boko de
nyame ado
campaign bibia ko yi
oh so far so good
akabe eya ni so 14 days or say 15 days here
let's say at most 2 weeks say ochina na 2 weeks na election let's say 2 weeks from today.
Okay. Na monsem no Ghana for G2 de
so far
so good. Okay, all right. Ejarex, yeah, one campaign so saying
nyame adom ye say nyina betumi atiase say we finance obi aba 16
sir
into no say no nye so much about o kana wa na mum o fro bia say o mehwe ye ba de aye
djuma wa
ye taye eni ni ntia ye pese bebio
okay
ntia wo de toto ho sir and sometimes ye pese ye judge ni ankra yes I know we won't get the best. We are looking for the best among the two. We are not looking for the best in the world. We are looking for the best among the two.
Exactly.
Ntia ye say wo de we eto we ho na mum ne na bia meka che nyina say omo nyina ba ye no why na empathy in my life,
okay,
in my country, in our future of our children.
Exactly.
And only some of the except media for mutumi bua na yes set proper skills for judging, for assessing, no na yenye proper analysis. So you think say and opere dey never boy dey just no no, there are other factors they say to me come to a certain consensus and say these are the factors
exactly
as a people, as a nation.
All right, Tiabisia penifo ya na me ne mo be chichi nkomo yi na wate o mo initial comment no nti Jibre koso ani entina every day time akosi da be 10 o'clock wa ye de dwumedi ni nyina no beba na wi na yen nkomo ne start ni sei yen ko ni sei em say Enrouse and Rechi Bank of Ghana, beautiful edifice, beautiful, about 22-story building. I mean, Oshe and Comodia won white say nipa and now workers a bit me a year Juma wo sa building in Kwa Ebro 2,500 a year huge. Huge, and it costs Ghana $250 million. That should tell you a lot has gone into that particular edifice, a seahole for the Bank of Ghana. Mr. Adama, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ako pantoma etwa ahomamuma sese no ebetimi aka say Bank of Ghana omo new office complex no eno na wo rage hoyi. Ojen is saying there should be a great for can say infrastructure for the country.
Yeah, me that's a doc. They come in chia or my opinion that.
Okay.
Now mention the good professor. That's the running mate of the NDC.
Okay.
First time Ghana ebenya female vice president.
Okay.
The good professor. Mention it for yourself, any former chairman.
Okay.
Now, I don't think say we disagree with a structure now. Bank of Ghana is nobody, because I think say some time ago now NDC took a step. Say they will look for the land and other studies. But now we had a literary conversation about the structure. Just because you say your property, your property out of your profit, not your capital. And to your profit and so your property so no from profit and your capital. And I want to mean Bobusian so and find a property. Now, such structure ya say Ubakaye 2 years back, Bank of Ghana bought about 60 billion Ghana cedis. The following year, 2023, which was last year, Bank of Ghana sang bought again. But last year, Omu bought equity, which simply means say Omu bought no, Omu financing and also no, Omu sang bought kakra also. And today you be say such a car ewo ho a adena yen hwe kakra ansana ebia you use such an amount yeah be say is it urgent? And the answer was this one ebeye concern and to the initial cost
and amudi call them
yes and then the initial cost another thing they call them the initial cost of the building escalate over 100%. The initial, the approval then was about 70 something.
I think 81.
81.8. 81.8 million. That was the initial approval.
Yes.
But upon the approval, it moved up to about 121.
Yes.
It moved about 121. And to 121, which is about almost 40% increment. And now that one crown, we were complaining. By the end of the day, it shoot to 250 million, which we ask ourselves, say, Ebana Sena and shoot to that extent, which that differences and cool, no, and for the right channel.
Some say structural. I mean, the structure.
No, it's wrong. With a due respect, yeah, the architectural drawing area quantities of it are quantified, but or quantify now. In most instances, no, we have a percentage of error, which is sometimes on the culture say the engineer's estimate should be plus or minus 10%. But currently we don't look at it, that we look at realistic pricing. But upon no, there's a bill. But let's assume the bill was a 121, but they approved the 81.9. So the bill is 121 now. The structure must start with the 121. The 121, no, that's a variation be a bema. Normally variation don't go beyond even 20%. Say, come on now, if you go back to the tender board committee, what will I say? But we didn't see something of this sort. All what we saw here, Adena Kosoro, which proper structures and procedures were not followed. And then minority decided, say, no, you have demonstration against Sadi because one, it is not an urgent thing here. Two, that very year, as at last year and last 2 years, the Bank of Ghana bought last 2 years, we bought 60 billion, we bought equity in su. Last year, we bought is about 23 or so. That's what I'm looking for. We bought last year, so
25.
That one is 25. Last year, 25. That's what I have it. Last year, we bought 25. This year, we are waiting. Next year, and this year, financial report, everybody. And the consistency, we bought. So why the rush to put up that structure? That was our concern. Okay. But not say we are against Bank of Ghana having a new office. Okay. But there are issues. And then thirdly, secondly, it is not completed. The structure is not completed. Go there and see. Or say President Rashi just to commission a lot of projects are incomplete in a manner that office or somebody will not come and commission. But when you go there now, a name some portion be and Omurashi completed that section, which even that section is not even up to 90% completion. And I'm telling you a reality which I was there to observe. And into other cat, still and this thing may be fully completed maybe somewhere middle of next year or a little beyond middle of next year. Into my first say, if you ain't complete here, it's in a rush. Why the rush? I am complete here. Is it because you are moving out, you are packing out into you should rush to commission everything that you started, which we disagree based on reality on the ground. We disagree. Is that the case? Into my first say, on my opinion, one, you should be listening to Ghanaians, especially when the going become tough. And two side here. So why commission? Can they work tomorrow? I doubt it. Can they even work next week? So can they even work next month? I still doubt it. Because it is not ready for use.
Okay.
Thank you.
Jarex.
Yes.
What's your take? Also, what drink me for me the edifice from afar it looks magnificent and it looks good.
It is good. Once Ghana, most of our development in Cameroon, President Kufuor could be airport city, attack, pressure. Say, hey, I didn't know as I said that one no more. It's a landmark for the country. All over the world, countries who said here. If New York skyway, their history will tell you the struggle that put it there. One say, Ubehe and Yamabianka on Yahoo. Intina Magana Abacosa Makoya say, every time the NDC is opposing to things because we like to advance things. MPP always like to bring out innovations, creativity, opening up the country. Once they are near Academia about troubles, nobody is mentioning the fact that we've grown the economy. From the amount we met, it's almost over 30% increase. Well, but all these factors, say, Bank of Ghana new office, so say we are looking at bringing the ECOWAS this thing to come and house there. We are bringing other things in. You see, you are doing that. You are expanding the economic base. You are building the nation. Now, you can't about Sikanwa. You can't say value for money. Yeah, and I come to mind easily is share interchange is yeah. NCD 200, almost 270 million a year circle dear bako. The Pukwa said dear 3 tier no. Combined with Tema, any Obecha being it's still less than that. You see, and so you see a come value for money.
The architecture.
Make it bigger. It was 2 tier and 3 tier.
Which of them was 2 tier?
No.
Pokwase was supposed to be more than.
It's supposed to
be more than.
No, it was rather increased.
What happened is
it was a little wider on the road, but then this thing was only 2. Then they added 1 whole layer so that there would not be traffic. And that was rather an increase.
Okay.
And there were other related developments in that area, and schools, any other rules beer, even in that limited amount at the end. And that's about 80 something million. Yeah. Compared to Baku, we pay in a circular over 270. No? Then you look at things like even Temaway, motorway extension, and then Obechebi. Ningina put together was just to equal 1. So when we're talking about value for money, I think MPP has given the best value for money in over the times in Ghana. Just opposite Bank of Ghana in Ghana is a hospital, Rich Hospital. How much did we use for the renovation? Is it more than what we're using for the Bank of Ghana? And tell me if that structure, that renovated office, is more than or is more valuable or in cost in building than the Bank of Ghana edifice. It is about the same thing. You see, so when we're talking about value for money, it's there. Sometimes I don't go to the nitty-gritty of these things because I know that there are certain factors that come into play, especially security architecture in building or constructing such things, which will not be put to the public use. Which sometimes comes in the mid of the thing, especially when the need came that, let's make provision to house the West African descent. Then there will be certain requirements. There will be certain additives that you have to do to the construction of the whole place to secure it. So it could also affect the price. I will not go brief for it. I would like to go into the details because I always say the devil is in the details. So when we get to that, you bet me who say, oh, okay, maybe I say. But you see, about cost effectiveness. I think the NDC will not be in a better position to come and say NDB does not do that. We have tried from President Kufuor time. That's why you see that President Kufuor left only 1 billion extra of our foreign external debt. Because he brought in HIPIC and other factors which today is still benefiting to the country. These are how I said the NPP you drink cocaine. Saying that you bet me yeah positive say what the bet me abuan kwadadache. Oh she say saying educhum echo explaining and opening up a new era of structures are primary and JHS. Yes, that's crowd. And a lot of infrastructure cost war. But they are not yet the debris or those things. Because people can say, na moya de na mo fa nye dede. Na ye kazangu konki getting once and so. And we are normal thing ye currently at assembly where we are now. I know the reception we used to give Nkuko we way back about 4 years ago. Poultry farmers, any of those things. Or fishing, say, a man the whole kit, to start up. But those are not issues. If it is in big enough policy, it's something the Ministry of Agriculture is doing to support the basic things like that. Sana it's here with governance. Maybe what to me, let me say they work. Who can be say free SHS? Who can be say infrastructure? The agenda 111, something that is changing the landscape, changing the life scope and the future. When you look at digitalization agenda, around for they are growing in Ano. And no is a solution to myriad of our problems I was this year. Because even I'm not talking about who go apply BBA, where who you know and things like that. We share the computer placement issue now. We share they said now if you go police or military BBA, you go online. The digitalization agenda is to remove the human factor and bring about corruption. These, to me, are things we fail to acknowledge. We fail to appreciate. Eliminating human factors. We are eliminating the chances for corruption. That's the way to fight it. You prevent it. And that is the agenda of MPP. In the name of the brain, and call down well with the people. And the other be can say, at the end of the day, that the end justifies the means.
And the facility abaya mampeni the Bank of Ghana
expansion they account one what are the gains? Well, Penny former Penny with President Kufuor can be because sometimes now we know the cost of everything, but the value now we miss that part.
But why do politicians always would want to say building a fully completed commission? I didn't know politicians, and this one is both parties. Well,
some of the factors in the for commissioning, but like you said, they can be faulted one way or the other. Sometimes only free.
Well, you engage you story.
Yes, and then because sometimes one more engage you on. My mouth time say this. So maybe the contract my baby. Physically, he's not really up to that. What I say, but you also have to say we. What I say, because we could do and also within they tell us a lot of things like that. But sites contract the also it's not really like that. And sometimes when you're now if those are practical works in our formula almost to me misleading. Also,
Baby commission I say one sorry free Sebi Ufia Jubilee House and no Abazobe commission.
I say wait to me catch us we and you say the crying wall cramba also my heading in the house him. Let me take him on his word based on that to go and do my commission. Me so me nyaya na my what you say. I mean let's be face the fact. Me nyaya na my so I catch him so we are. Well, let me just take him by this way.
Is it not the politics as usual work room you feel say man got tia humemu and kutwa no ntemu na say me free so
and until we do to catch him so commission 80 buildings in a day na well because one ko yes am for say na why we nye one country na yin nimu road do be fie chikura no so nim say road da. There was a program there na me watch na ko say who patches who nim say hospital see 2 blocks from your house What I say? So
Anyway.
because of some of these things, you know, you are forced to come and say it.
Okay.
Once say, yeah, na Ghana nyakra.
Exactly.
Yen kakra ne wa ha. Obi wo baby ote. Na dan way structure ni we kra na. In some way be kan wo ho no. Sa okohu ansa. Me kai pass France house. Na say ngukobo. If you work higher, some campaign time say oh ngukobo we go see yen ko kra we just for anyway be but okohu physical na ka sa so I did when you kind of but those in the village believed it, but they never got a chance to see it. And sometimes, you know, why you be say yeah now we are what yeah balls you would like to show it to them. What it is, you know, evidence is the way the game, the name of the game now. So see, I know, Obia said American, Obia have power. 16 years, 16 years.
Exactly.
Into the who can be beer. Let's say Obi Chere.
Zadama.
Yeah.
TV.
Dog. Yeah, na me pesa me ka na me ma chairman who say when it comes to value for money, honestly speaking, MPP there are a lot of questions and what's up. He said na who try so be correct in the technical. Hey, sorry, Pokwasi.
The Pokwasi interchange.
Yeah, it's correct. It was 2-tier, but now there were a lot of outer lanes to ease traffic. Into mobile, what they did here, there are 3 lanes. We're reducing it to 1. Into the whole 1 lane, no, out. One say other outer lanes, you film. Into the money contract and the kasai, and the side difference, you know, MRT.
The third one.
The third one. That's what they did. And when you are using it, it's very difficult. I use it almost every 2 days. The word is every 2 days. Even from Monday to yesterday, I've used it. I
live there, so me is a daily.
I say every 2 days I use the top once anything. But my using it is very difficult. Very, very difficult. Especially directional ufi ever. No, but what is the rate? The rate was about 98 million euro from 90, African Development Bank.
94.8.
Good. And that estimate was made by NDC and your MPP.
Yeah.
And the NDC called G loan. That's 81. Other 81 and 11 must pay by bank Ghana government.
Yeah, Ghana government.
And to end this simple and a value a country. So who uses that one say why a value for money is the NDC that valued it. A called G loan from African Development Bank. You can't compare Pokwasi to Circle. There are vast difference. One Circle spans 3 kilometers. Pokwasi is 2 kilometers all the overhead. Circle is 3 kilometers. The width of circle, no, is it 24 meters or 18 meters?
Yes.
I'll check again one of them. Okay, the entire 3 lane, which this one is 2. So, however, this one will cost. And circle is waterlogged. And when you ask all structural engineers, they will tell you, a building on waterlogged, no, it's more expensive than building on rocks. And ACP, I use the word ACP, that's the area. Pokwasi is on rock. Because overchain, you know, it's on rock, not even bare ground, on rock. Until the cost of building, it's on rock.
ACP Hono.
Yes, it's on rock. You know it when you
rocks on the edge, but when it's assumed, it's the down. The type of weed we have there will show you.
You live on rock. What off edge? I'll tell you something. You understand?
So it's a value for money.
What does it? When you look at value for money now, that's what we are saying now. But imagine a flower pot, Chairman. The NDC valued it at $69.1 million.
Yes.
You start here, and you say you are coming to start fresh. You are erecting columns, everything. You are part of the beam, more than halfway. Not 7 years down the line, who will be completed? It's cost you $700 million. Where? How? That is the question. How? From 69, and out of 69, you are constructing. You are ending it with $700 million. Dog, there are a lot MPP.
So it's still the value for money conversation.
It's questionable.
Okay.
And chairman can about their infrastructures. Dog, travel to Takoradi, you cry like a baby.
Are they?
Utra a River Pra, Kakrape, road name yes up to Takoradi. I'm telling you, driver Najo. So 1-2 Kana and Trinia. Ubanya flat tire parking. One yes up to Takoradi town. So today, from Cape Coast to Takoradi may take you 2 hours or more, the minimum. Road up to Takoradi. And from Takoradi, when you are going to Takwa, after Aguna Kwanta, I thought the agreement. Ube soon to Sakwara.
Aguna Kwanta to Takwa was recently commissioned.
Aguna Kwanta.
Aguna Kwanta, yes.
I'm talking from Takoradi to Aguna Kwanta. That's the worst ever. Takoradi to Aguna Kwanta. It's like a hell.
Way
I
barracks.
The last week twice.
The military barracks.
Yes,
going to
up to.
I know that place very well.
Hey, I traveled there twice last week. That short distance, I used 1.5 hours from Aguna Kwanta up to the barracks.
Okay.
Oh,
all right.
You know, not Kumasi Road. Look at how it has deteriorated.
Doc, I wanted to make a comment on, maybe we'll look at it. One of cancer is only 2 lanes in the Pokwas one. That's what I'm trying to get. No, maybe
motorway. Look at the portals. Monday, small girl school. Instant portal, instant no many flat time. Maybe a interplast. Okay. Big manholes by 2. Yes. Me straight back and say we're back. Instant I had. My name is from 17. But in instant. Plenty may be some who say MPP said they are putting infrastructure here and there. Where are they?
Okay. All right. Chairman.
Yes, just a small one. I can we want to say. One say, we can say 2 lanes per going. I beg to differ.
Yes,
we have about
2.
8 cars going.
Yes, it's here. It's 2.
No, so
all right. This is Pokwase interchange.
Yes,
no, this is it.
Yes, this is Pokwase interchange, and there is it's not 2 lanes. Why does it? Those coming, we have 8.
I mean, you see 1, 2. That's the one going. This one is 2.
So, Osha, at every point in time,
no.
At every point in time, it's 2.
This is the other one is shoulders.
No, now I say there's no shoulders. They remove all the shoulders.
I didn't mention. I mean,
all the shoulders are there, and the up there, no,
it's never
a traffic. There's never a traffic at the top there because the honey is straight. Ansana down of pillars national. There is about 2 here, 2 here, then the 2, 4 in the middle. See, from
Go back.
You are coming from Gente. Look at the number of lanes.
2 upstairs. Am I correct?
That's the straight line.
2 going, 2 coming.
That is the up there.
So that's what we are saying. It's 2 lanes. That's 2 lanes going.
And on there, that's how it will be. That's all those are. No, circle is same 2 because the other one is a parking.
No,
it's over
shoulder.
The shoulder.
Dubai.
Look at
Dubai is 3.
No, look at it down. Once there are wings, it was
wings
so much. Yes,
no,
and you have. So you have about 8 going one direction.
No,
that's what I'm telling you.
No.
You see, before you branch to
I was say 4.
Yes,
it's not.
This one I see on.
We are seeing on American
area short. Need you find area short. You see,
when you see 1, 2, 3.
Okay, so share the
footbridge in Ankasa.
We Ankasa Bano Sudia. A 2, even top near 2. No,
middle near 2.
2 going 2 coming. Because then there's a park lane. That's a hard shoulder. Once a baby on my market, the same way that's we are using that. Then make us say
engineers, no.
Yes. So anyway, we engineers for as a this one can never have traffic because who branch it for walk middle one. Okay. So there's about 2 other lanes on the side, and some walk the middle higher one. So anyway,
what is 2 cars going?
This one, so what say way is smaller and supposed to be cheaper than circular. I will not buy it.
Cheap than circular.
You understand?
This is smaller than.
If you look at this work, the amount of work going into this one.
The Dubai. Circle in Sunni.
Yes, circle in
Oh, circle.
And this is 270,
250.
250.
No, 265. 265.
The latest we can verify.
And now make us say, and away about 85. So the difference is so huge.
No, you know why the difference?
Meanwhile,
this is bigger than
this one was done earlier when things were cheaper.
That's what we
and this one was done later, far later.
Do you know what Chama had wrong? We are using dollars.
Yes.
We are not using CD. If it's CD, that's what you say.
I'm very happy that I'm very happy you're talking about we are using dollars. Do you know what they do? When they are coming to talk about Ghana's debt, then they use CDs.
But you use CDs.
No.
Bamia was using CDs. No. Bamia was using CDs.
You are using CDs.
Chema, you have the floor.
Using dollars.
Chema, you have the floor.
So, one thing I want to emphasize is that we have consistently try to bring about new innovations.
You can see the top.
The difference are MPP and this MPP they be before from they be you try to be infrastructure infrastructure ni bi hu bebre na so ya na me ka say nia wote ho me ko kete crash na no me ko kete crash yie no enye obi na ka che ngrofo no say ye be yi kwan yi a eda ho de kokko no
omo ehu
omo na te ho ndu ka che say o ye yi mi kwan yi a okomota kra we ohine na be ka say onu de onye politics na mu no kro ka ne say ohun go taro ni kro mu da na nso we kra bi ni hoda enu na opese o ka say o oda say mutumi akai na ye no sa and no, it's how people are going to value us, going to judge us. Because you say what now and the NDC for 16 years. Even the 11 years of military rule crime back home, more 27 years. But now we are seeing new things. Yet to me, right. What is here? Nearby say about for the police this car. Now the police this car that's what to me my school fees, mommy. So but no way, mommy, we buy one now. Now so no. And all I just say, you are saying, in a single course, in a course, I'm not an course, Acrano. No more say, I read Namanaka Dumpe. I could say, yen to me, more basic things I said, allowances for teachers, and that's going to mean, free I mean, it's not to be thought of. But yes, we him say, it's about time we help the average Ghanaian. It's about time, say, you be bribia, about affecting the life. Not of the individual alone, but upon his family, the town, and in the country at the end of the day. Because to me, you know, see, no, onyanim dienwa, Ghana no ribabeboa. That is why I say, yes, so you are seeing even Ghana lose everything, just like the average parent does, no. So I can't into my back tongue on the country school fees. That is why the Nado Dankwa classes, I did you free SHS, no matter what, no, you be said you be Ghana ni bia no benye sa akwanya no so one quite is the one on person obeko no but yem fa sa akwanya ni mo bia that is the only way between the abua in the ocean MPP and NDC the main difference the woman say they bia the welfare of the average person dey na betumi aye abebo nipa ye man leap ye man free maternity ye man NHIs ye interoperability ye man hand say ne bia na juma be koso no that is always the headache of MPP dey na bia betumi abua wo
campaign ye mo finish hard pa
no plan wo mo an say me say ye no enu
parties be no
no mazim bia be say ade bia meka or see if we can or see if we cannot help the many that are poor then we cannot save the few that are rich.
I see.
And the main see and say this ka fon kwa na ebo ho ba ye de ohie ni wa no a mo bro wa na nyanka na wi sian na wo ho no a mo ni obi e be so mo sin mo go school no enu ne ye dadwen.
All right, the Rexford Jeffrey Paul na ote den no we MPP communication team member so na me ni Yura Malik Adamanso communication team member at the NDC Amayokun both national and region and also edin ko campaign dia mo finish hard pa say obia na NDC ma on start bi e dia na esia and there Ashanti region China Ashanti region na mo ye press conference na je say esi akra mo some competition opimso say on peka sebina on fan tudwana rig mo identify rigging plan ni plot to be e Ashanti region assemble na esi
dog yeah me da see baby short le me call back kakra what's the MPP for
my enkoye
who be so we do free SHS who be so mo hey free SHS a comedy me free SHS me nya say free but who nim bibi obi anka say free SHS and enti and yema all day students free SHS 320,000 people that's one but who nim the current free SHS
now ka what's mama he
350,000 students. Day students. All free SHS.
Oh, let me be say mama he.
Yeah, mama say ya maska. Free SHS. We don't give money. You give money. No. But you know the danger. Yeah, me coin 30 cents. You know the danger with the free SHS.
Danger.
They don't. Yes, they don't give textbooks nowadays. They don't give.
When I say mom tablet. You say mom tablet.
Selected camouflage. No, how many schools? Less than 1%. I repeat, less than 1.
Textbooks, it's not.
Don't worry.
It's not part of it.
Don't worry. They don't give them.
Don't worry.
But what they did, okay. The parents, Nde obanya admission to free SHS. If you don't have between 5 to 10,000, oba onko.
Yo yate.
Member wako.
They will come.
Member wako. Me chia kapre.
Also chia.
Me chia kapre wako.
Mr.
I'm not saying free.
Mr. Adama.
Substitute the textbooks.
Mr. Adama. It will ban us what account there.
Yes,
you know, let's go back.
Into the bien go back. Yeah, reset it. Go back.
You know, you hold the press conference. Good. And you can a soldier be classing.
Yes, sir.
Which in here. Na obi who no subai a oyi ewo ayewa West Dwabo. On the no ye head of the whole that team. Now all appear before the commissioner. Commissioner recommendations no he should be reprimanded. That was the commission because what fairly say
obedi
juma yi.
Okay.
That's the commission's recommendations.
And correct.
Now on your kennel then.
Sir.
And to say ye train one so and was say ye train by lieutenant colonel or ye do by major. Sunday also yeah. But the young who say on my opinion a promote you to brigadier general. O promote you.
Yeah, you see, yeah,
reprimanded on the trainer so no. On my opinion promote you to brigadier general. General is not a small post in army. You know, they call general or promote you. You know, be able to say, then, what my opinion, one I will set this a commission. No more stress our findings we.
A short committee.
Short committee. Now we. After this commission's report, you see, you reprimanded Nipo based on the subai. I shoot here. Obina Kribo complement the ultimate sorry. You bought MP aso. On my opinion, can't I say MP provoke Nipa no born aso. Does it mean so? Be shame I hope I make me born aso a lot. And I say you are promoting that general. Besides, you are promoting once I uplift to the commander, Southern Central Command on the Oshe, Ashanti, Northern, those areas. Meanwhile, there are a lot of generals before Onwa Abba Fresh because on your position this year, there were a lot of generals with experience.
Press conference.
I not get there with experience before the end, before Woba. So why you? And I didn't the show. And then you will pass record. You will pass history. You will pass performance. And you will share before the MPP will step. And this in Hundada. And then the easy move na Brown Hafo. The last move Brown Hafo ni voter action. Brown for the voter.
Action on
cover up disgrace.
And they are
so let's go it. They are covering disgrace.
They
are Ashanti region, the plan is that one. Polling stations. Omodi basabasaba, no more swapping ballot boxes. One person basabasaba, no more swapping ballot boxes. One person omodi basabasaba, no more two double. You are near thousands of information.
David General. Mentiasie, Okas will be at to double. I don't get it.
Somebody voting double.
Biometric. At this Mpempensuo in Ghana elections, where then are to double?
That's a good question. When you say on the form, you will be voting without biometric.
Yes.
So not everybody will go through the biometric. You agree with me?
Yes, I agree.
Thank you. And people
also it's not in isolation. Ukona ukotu without biometric. Fill forms.
Yes.
Ube fill forms.
Do you fill forms?
Yes, you fill forms. I was CI 127.
Yes, but
you're supposed to fill a form.
That's the easy follow those ones. That's it's no.
They have to. Training agents to understand that Obiba na se obeto aba out of the biometric device. I was all filling form.
Doc, people will fill the form. People will vote with biometric. But yes, still, we saw 2020.
Ometo double.
Hold on. We saw 2020 when the election was declared 5 times. The person is walking out free. Just to account to Ghanaians, it never happened. The court protected her.
Timo prevent
what I said, the
and there may be a more suspect
on this earth, how could you announce a result 5 times? What one thing I didn't know, ain't no BBC yen ebesi. And at the end this rank far a car say we will petition the overlord of Ashanti region because also then agitated for peace. Because we no go sit down make you cheat us every day. That one will not happen.
I see.
And court is not our option. Is that why you back there?
And they say more person petition.
And Tina, you can't say we petition.
Yeah, program thing but matter.
And then we saw Kumewu, MPP Dr. Nyako, who is Emma electoral officers. We saw the video. Didn't
say
or chop money. Is it his responsibility to give them chop money? Is it his responsibility? Is it his responsibility? We will petition Asantehene because it's also calling for peace.
Okay.
And we are all calling for peace. But if you are calling for peace, and this is what you are planning to do, because when you listen to the utterances of Chamaun Timimpo, the utterances are, Ubehun said, no, info na yenya no, they are realistic. And they are in order.
Okay.
That is why we say we will petition. But the commander there, with a due respect to him, there are seniors before him. Why not the seniors?
Ono dia so ya appointee no na mo wa asembia wo se monenika. Ejafrepon enkomodi eni.
Yes.
Mo so aden na mo ye madwene se Ashanti region mo be.
Sir Ghana for Betty Sasamoa, Menu can ase a. And as I said, 2016, idea man penida da can.
Okay.
O say so so be lose abana pe was at attack electoral commission. Any police for any judicial system. Until once so be those things are.
Yes, so be lose.
You are yes, or say no, that's what they do. You undermine the credibility of all the referees and everything in it. Send the beya we are here. Go na wi ame nka say we wi ame nyame la me kan yo ono na onya simpie so yes
you can read.
No, I want like me hwehwe ma boa manfo
but when
no ewo me na several times
whatever I said here I can quote it.
No, na make I say just so man penny the kan 2016 I say Oban penny that Jom Drama ni Mahama can say election but also be lose pay no start we adam first we attack the electoral commission and nyama no obobo nyina they've done that. From there, now judicial system, now security for a year, all the operators or more we know you do those things.
But some
that was when we were talking about
stakeholders. Election, or how
say that's what you do to them. You undermine those things, so that we are when you. He said that one, and I know he's aware.
Yeah, but I'm saying that. But I'm saying that.
I'll get that out.
But the point really is that NDC ni MPP mo key stakeholders in the electoral processes. And you know say NDC hunu be na say omuka enya undermining of the electoral commission. Ana
let me say nyema ono former president kan no so be yes ah
enonko
ono say so be yes ah e che say wa sheda because onim say be we ntino o so medi kan attack electoral commission.
But it is also
have they not attacked the electoral commission? O say o free o make judicial have they not done that? It nyema ono fear na no kan they have gone to all those processes and Americans am say
so the time don't worry I'm saying that. So can the sana a contrast and so I'm more conversation.
Me my foundation of actions no more yet.
But from where we sit from baby from where we sit as journalists now
I'm coming to the issue but me more the background say nipa no oye sa no
but NDC have not undermined the electoral commission.
Oh or say you will attack them every time baby you attack it and we limit your memoir. Bibia omo kan say na dey nyina e from nyina be live no dey ni omo kutumi kan
but at the end of the day it came out to say problems some identify ni nyina no they easy admitted to some of the problems
dey me kan say omo call omo so more 350 45,000 we ni nyina enya ba ko pe no ni bai
enya ba ko
be ba ko pe no mutumi ko bo
enya ba ko baby come on
because that one the money
admitted but you see me pa chere say the me you will call the antecedent of the whole issue no what you say omo kan say this is what you do so into kwa fun one no attack na Omo kind of say no we no one kind of asem no one so election ni biom. Enti no I know why those things are happening. Now, papa now ye kind of asem penny pa no a ye abo na baso say wa be ye brigadier. Da be na ye na otwe ye na ye no. That was in June, July.
Yeah.
Way back. Man can hwe. Enye issue mamo. Enne na wo ba be kan say. Now, one say mo akwa akọ ataki we all the state institutions in Iran you say parliament body mo mo nya adwuma. So what is NDC really looking for? Say institutions nyina wo dey akọ police so uba okay if dey enfa so ya for so why do we want to create confusion in that noble professional? They defend the sanctity and integrity of our nation. So when you try to no okay yes oba ye no say o wan ade we because you papa we evidence we say oh yes. What I say? Then there's a basis be. What I say? But prima facie cannot be established for Nyama or Kenya. Can you establish one? Why should you make allegation against such a very delicate institution, sir? Because what you are trying to do, say, you are trying to cancel your voice. Say, oh, we cannot not send you. Are you the one to cancel yes? And say, we do not on fantasy nation. Are you undermining saying, oh, my command now? What are you seeking to do when you don't have a shred? But the Taliban said not only legally evidence. What I say, but they don't have any shred of evidence. Be and also no what just me a kind of war. But you have a catch say okay, I damati ha. Me say me suspect say or what you never be only them more into yanko condon or yanko season in Yama. You see, is that how we want to do it? So be able to be and one accuse you be a penny be a management be so you know attack. Oh, Dr. Alan Crow tipo krano me sure say akọ GCK bi nti no kwa na ni HFS ano nti na okay we can do that. Is that the way we want to do to our nation? Once obi yi bibia na me fin say die no wo hwehwe nti to me kakra wo nti wo say electoral commission I say we judicially I say parliamentary way I say every military I say police I say bibia you undermining everything say omunyina they don't have integrity omunyina ye ngofo ya to wo mo aye use wo na mama nka say ba kun fan twa to answer wa and they say 2016 it's not the same Ghana army never it's not the same police never and NDC na the government of the day you see na you one appointing easy one way. As if say you election, you lost by almost 1 million votes. No, million this one they don't have to a home. Say it's not those things. And the catch them say no near the winning about. No so control now.
About when you win the Juma or so.
Let me batch say no more president. No tiso. Former President Dramani Mana on one person about no koto no one president. No way. And you said that worst in the history of the country. Almost 1 million votes, you know. And also no electoral commission here. And also not judicial here. And also not police phone here. And also not your phone here. Come on, let's give Ghanaians a break. Nyama here can a bomb mine. Me and no hame. One say, we be to undermine the cohesion and the peace of the country, no. And no hame. So what back a cry about
Yang to say both parties in more or mine too much because 2016 there were similar things here. MPP then in opposition did against the electoral commission led by Charlotte Osei. And ye can you kroma tum fu se munjai mu bastardizing institutions, you know, and mu can send bebre ye can
they no mu can the wash down also what I go so no I get it the same thing of person
you see,
so because such a way is not right.
Of course,
Chairman.
Of course.
But should we continue?
Chairman, there's a difference, vast difference between 2016 and 2020.
Difference in it.
The difference is that you are using the army wrongful.
How?
You are abusing the army.
How?
And let me tell you, you use the army direct in an election. Which armies are not part of election?
No, but
services.
No, but
in an election, not the forces.
The IGP has assured. Say.
Let me finish. 2020 and come here. Maybe IGP assurance.
Maybe you should start for 2000.
Okay.
2000 election paper.
We've never used army.
When the 64 regiments who were on the field,
they were
they
there,
beat me. So I know.
They've never entered
on the voting
election. Only what happened? 2020 election, you use the army wherever you are losing. Just sit. It happened in my constituency. I'm telling you. So that we just said, don't be a beer, they should kill everybody there. And it was a fight because we were able to spoil ballot boxes that were printed. What's the name? The MP. We spoiled them. Okay. It has been on my phone for many years. Oh, look at what happened at Techima South. Who you see, Ankeye police without gun, 8 people wouldn't have lose their lives. So what we are saying is that using the army, no, is wrong. And it is who is the commander of the army? Is it not the president? Stop using them. Okay. Who you see, Omar, it's wrong. We would talk.
But to be fair to
what you are saying,
the commander of the police,
we will talk.
The head of police,
to be fair to
the head of police.
To be fair to
the police is service, it's not force.
Yes,
it's
but
service.
To be fair to the conversation I have is
so what we are trying to say,
BBN ni hosi see I kasem prempring.
No, hold on. We are talking about what has happened before. Okay. Has it happened before or not? And the answer is yes.
Yes, it has happened before.
Okay. And that's
moving forward. No, I was looking forward away from that.
And we are seeing the signals. It is a signal, we have to raise it.
Okay.
92, Rawlings was a military president. He fought Okwen Obaji and on the about democracy. On the about democracy, no, Rawlings didn't behave this manner. Maybe soldiers be able something like. Well, we condemn it.
The militia for rule we election
you never saw
64 for release
Doc,
because you were not on the receiving end.
Doc, you never saw.
You never forget.
You never saw. Say soldier for moving from constituency to constituency causing mayhem.
Okay.
But under this government, it's okay. I need the mayhem because they go to constituency, especially constituency NDC is winning. I use Omuchim because I'm an evidence in my constituency.
Okay. Right. Massively.
So let's draw the line. Say,
but let's draw the line. Let me land one in 30 seconds. But let me tell you, man, Lodi Omo to voter. Not to cross border to
speculation.
It's not speculation. They were going hard, so we saw the video. No, Doc. We saw the video. No, 2020. We saw the video. I can find the videos for you. I don't know. We'll talk about it. But what are things to say? You loaded them, and even their secretary. The past secretary, John Budi, Ebeka said, Omudi vote, Omudi Togolese full by election day. Rounds, Togo.
Okay.
But let me tell you today,
all right.
your parliamentary candidate today works which parliamentary candidate no more Togo. By a Ghanaian living about and there's nothing about you
national chairman now me can say Uncle Bekaye say na obisa no this is evidence say most suspect say ammunition so won fee once we na bia any shoulder brigadier general one certain things what me can say we cry me sure so pen journalists we want so there's pen in his pocket
for two nobody say if you lance it's
why does it brigadier general view there we can say how no I am recruit kokro be hutu you understand one can what does it and you know once now jomu dey enya na ehunu here but I was expecting saying such a serious party side with serious issues. No me come police say this is way evidence in here we be air coso. Make me a report a military command. What does it say? Me will evidence 1 2 3. I can even take it up with the court. What I say?
Yes.
Court.
Yes. Because you depends say akwa way something illegal.
Court.
Every legal you can take a person in. There being somebody because of one why things are said they are not wrong. Me can say one. The nemo moye no. Emmo bia ogana ha.
Okay.
Wow, say bribi wo ho a ye de akyekere man. Na mo de bibia e bobo man kwa na moye. Adi papa bia cheme adi papa ba ko e de ba Ghana ha mo anto odentia. Every free SHS. I'm called a demonstration against you know. Every NHI.
Okay.
Look, and then there was 419.
I'm going to demonstration.
49. Yes. And the same people about say, hey,
which year?
And matter the year.
Who say demonstration against
Probenzo? Our water region. I'm coming cliff in here.
Which year?
419. Memo cliff.
Mama cliff.
Memo cliff. Bebre. Get back. Bebre.
No problem.
Na then say and some for one catch out some free as a man go hey who by high man go demonstration
yes sorry Jumedie
what you who say one on the buy
yes sorry Jumedie so na Ghana would have to leave after this
that
election.
is it
Enti yesremo eya mo guest na mo ba no ye be wi a peace message ya mo wo no na mo face mo cameras na mo di ama
okay
it's because mo a lot of following especially the NDC and the MPP and mo amoba hanso amoni ebeboa ma Dwumedie no nkomodie no koso no eya mo following ti obi nso be gibre na wetio de obeka wa ha no na ebe hye ono nso kutupa ana hwe se ebeboa se de ebe ya the peace that ye nyina ye hwe se ebenya before, during, and even after the elections, you know, ebi jina brand. You know, me bow so Mr. Dama na ukamreni na fe hwemu na ka odi na Wall Street no na fe de wo nkomo fe kire Ghana for peace message. Emfa bibia nka ho. Peace message. Ento ukamreni kasane yenko.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yes.
However the case is, you know, obi a peace during before, during, and after the election.
Exactly.
We'll be at peace.
Okay.
So we are all calling for peace. But peace, you know, the major peace, you know, Ejina, the leader of the country.
Okay.
I don't have the capacity to let peace prevail. What must I don't have the capacity. We have a president, on a year overseer of every Ghanaian. He has the sole mandate, say Obama peace will prevail.
Okay.
So President Akufo-Addo, your action and inaction, and Ebema will have peace.
Okay.
During, prior, during, and after the election. Me, I don't have any place to go. Me a Ghanaian. Me Jina Hai, me Papa, or your Gonja, or your Moshi, or your Sisala, me Yankrai, me Aigbe. Me, I am a Ghanaian. I don't have any place to go.
Okay.
But the sole responsibility lies on the president. Stop using army.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it. Eja Frimpong also Cameroon nti dia opese wo catch Ghana for peace message.
Yo, say Ghana mine, Ghana dishi mine. And there the person nyina atwe adwengina bibi so say atwema me twe na ma betwani kura boy. Media mean can say be a medicine no and say responsibility for peace go to be so. Me de to ye nyina so. Say obedient to ko bawo. Na onya abotre ene ne kasa asomdwe ba na ye nyina. Eya bibia besie bia no mean can say Ghana nti. Na so bia so bawo ho. No the assembly ba. Emfa hunde ofre, party ko ofre and I say Dwumedie okoko die. Na e de omam bo na eba. I say it me sorry gina. I say sorry tunifo. I say to me sorry tia. If you say so mind be boa live from mind ma. So mind ma nyina be say ye be fa asodie na to ye so say ye be ma asonbia bo man mu a ye be tena man mu. Ye nyina ya tena say nuanom ni namfofo. Ye nyina ye som ye nyina ye gidie ye baako. Ye nyina ye ka say we are in the same boat. Say ye be sink you ye be sail you is together. Say o say ekronim mo a enyina etimubi itimi sremo a it is not enough say because media me nye to trasem it is also important incumbent upon us say ye be hwe say pepepe bi ye beba say asunye beba so wo say nkwada mienu e kan tokwa a mumye ye mpani sem de ne entu omufo ne kan kire won say ye nuanom ye Ghanafo so utu kwan kwa manoni a na obeti asasem we yi pa bo so be mu bebie hu nua say Ghana ni a eni gia wunya
okay
if so bia san hu bia no a different person. It means remo ye nuanom. Okay, your mind back ma. Into mumi enhwe so ma ye.
Yeah, that's it. Penifo na mate o monkan Yura Malik Adama. Opeso kan bibi e den ya. Peace. So what can we? Ya record ye Yura Adama Malik Adama National Communication any regional communication team member. Sounds like a former parliamentary aspirant at the Adishia Okankwe no Mr. Ira Rexford, J. Frimpong, so former chairman, former Greater Accra Research and Electoral Officer, and Pimping were a member of the MPP communication team. And now Omunim dear ever tied Medina. Messages back me nubia by my team free 110. We say Francis Butchie. Francis, o ka say dia no ohio na me den na makan, but essentially o person o kire say yen hwehwe technical person to come and explain the road nkomona na mpenifo mienu no edi no. All right, me know ya adwene wo ho, but o ka say nkomodi na yedi no mfaso obi eni so a ndia me no nya adwene, but worse no so ye hard e ya no atobo minia why Masaudu Bantima also say 15 days more for Dr. Baumia's victory. I will urge Ghanaians electorate that it will be a politically and economically suicidal if they mistakenly vote for JDM, who is and has nothing better to offer. Fair. But the other one, they mean to Uchia, Dr. Ben Asante, CEO Ghana Gas. Sana Musa Abato Anso Ediaba Ewaha Ose Professor Smart Sapon survey faces criticisms for lacking transparency and credibility due to his own support for the MPP. How do you use 90,000 population as sample size out of 34 million population and draw this conclusion? Okay, so essentially, no problem with Professor Smasapon ni survey na and research the about the election, saying that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is leading. All right. Nti ebusiafo yebedo bibiase say wajibre over the week in ya fi Dwada ebisi fia da ya maka ye ho aboye chidom muni esinkonya it say mo messages ene mo subscription ene mo comment am de bae no abo adwumadi pa mo nkoso a entire chi said ye be ya ye be koso nso de endepa de abremo ewo mo fiefie ne bibia mo jibra mo hwe yenda obapa Christy Reverend asisel no so obeka adwumadi no ona menda menua odi asempa kwa mi apomesu mensa no so ode ni na ho keka ni bibia be tai dwumadi ne chi aye newspaper review no na ye de ba sanso na menua ba ohene wa kese bo ahene gaganto lady ono so etina kunwemu de obramu nsem edebe ona adwuada nyame ya adomo a ye besen hia na ye de enkomo twetwen foforo no de abrɛw na adwuada de ebeji nsem nkosi nsem no a eba no ano odin papa ye besi nkonwa political grounds ye de bebrɛw Ghana we dey ye de bebrɛw na obramu nsem so yenua ba gaganto lady ene yenua ana ye papa Desmond Aka ebesi nkonwa no modi nkomo a enhu hia papa eye PRO ewa Ghana Fire medi nkomo afa eja hihye ho December na ye kɔ no nti ehun behia se obegibre na oni atena ame ya adoma adwuada nkomo twetwe beba so no so political grounds no so obegibre na ye hwe num se ye nua be ma Gregory Akwetia na Malik you can say Godwin Mahama and from the NDC ebeba na omoso abesi nkonya na ye di nkomo ye da obi biase yakopon hira mu nyina na mo have a very nice weekend na show hu yie ma ye behia ho eda dwuada ane eda ewe ye nimina medin Dr. Kofi Annan.